Hello, welcome back. So, second proper video-y thingy mabob. I have a hat. I like hats. I have a thing about guys in hats, especially beanies. Don't know what it is. Very weird. But that's for another time. Today, we are talking about experimenting. Now, this is quite a broad subject. We're only going to cover a tiny bit in this particular video. And this is just literally purely based on my experience of kind of what I did and the mistakes that I made. So yeah. So you've come, well no, let me try that again. So you are gay, or you're thinking you're gay, you may not have come out, you may be wanting to kind of try things, you may have things in your head about things that you want to try. I mean, when I was sort of first thinking about it, there was not so much porn everywhere, which there is now, so obviously, you know, there are lots of things you can sort of watch and things, although I would say, obviously, porn is you know, it's porn, it's like anything else. It's set up, it's not, you know, it can give you unrealistic expectations, especially if you've not done anything before, so don't think that like your first time or the times that you do it or anything like that are going to be like it is, you know, on somebody's OnlyFans or, you know, Pornhub or whatever, you know, whatever you may or may not be watching, because it's probably not going to be like that. I mean, this isn't really talk about first times. We'll perhaps do that in another video. In fact, we will do that in another video because nothing is off limits. So we'll do that in our next video, maybe. But this is about sort of. I mean, what I want to do, it would be different for me now if, like, I was, because there is quite a lot of porn. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, I'm digressing. So I had, for long periods of time, tried to obviously, like I said, I think did I say it? I think I said it. Sort of tried to ignore the fact that I was gay or not admit that I was gay, and sort of as I did start to, I guess, admit or have those sort of feelings as they get stronger, then you want to try things and experiment with things. So I started ordering stuff offline. Now this isn't a bad thing at all, you know, but like, I ordered a few things. I mean, the first thing I wanted to do, was basically put something up my butt. So I ordered this thing and it came, and it was pretty big. It was a dildo basically. You know, I think it was probably about 8 inches long, and it was quite thick. It was pretty thick. It was probably about like that. Now, obviously, being a complete and utter virgin, got this thing out, put a bit of whatever on. I'm pretty sure I would have had something. I don't know what, or something. I don't know. I can't really remember. What I can remember is trying to get it to fit, it hurting like hell, and me putting it in a drawer and then not touching it for a while. And then I kind of tried again, and I was just like, yeah, no, this is not happening. How do people even do this? It's impossible. So the one thing I would say is when you are ordering things, be careful of what you're ordering. Think about it. Don't get caught up in the moment. Don't get overexcited, because I've made that mistake on more than one occasion. Again, that's going to be a story for another time. Anyway, I had ordered some other stuff as well. I ordered some rubber. I ordered, what else did I order? Ordered lots of things. Anyway, obviously I'd had this very unsuccessful endeavour with this dildo, and anyway, then I was like, right, okay, it's not working. So what I did is I went back online and I found like a much thinner one, kind can't remember how, it was probably not quite as long either, it was probably about 6 or 7 inches long. It was smooth, whereas the other one was supposed to be more realistic. It wasn't really. But it was like had more stuff on it. This was like a much thinner one. It was smooth. It was basically sort of thin, smooth vibrator. Basically, it was, and I bought that, and I got it. And the thing is, if you are going to be sort of experimenting, make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you're relaxed. That's very important, because if you're not relaxed, then it's going to hurt, and 2, it's probably not going to work out the way you want it to. So basically I got this one. It was, like I say, much thinner. Did a little bit of playing around, eventually got it to go where it needed to go. And even with that one, there was that like initial but that quickly turned into yeah, but anyway, so yeah, and I bought lots of other things that sort of interested me that I'd seen online. So other anal toys and things like that. Like I say, I had something that was rubber as well. And it was, I had all the stuff. I kept it hidden away in a drawer, like again in bed against the wall, so no one could get to it. I used things on and off, and then of course I had my crisis, and I threw it all out. And to this day, it's one of my biggest regrets. Is I threw all of this stuff out, and yeah. So obviously, when the time came for me to just do it again, I had to obviously start. I had to buy stuff again, but that's the thing. But this is, like I say, you are going to get that as you start to become more aware of your feelings or things you want to try. You're going to want to experiment with things. Excuse me. And that's fine. That's good. Don't be afraid of that. Don't hold back on that, because it's not particularly good for you to do that, I don't think. Excuse me. But make sure you're thinking about what you're getting, because otherwise it can, if you get something and it's not quite right and you try using it, it can put you off a little bit for a while. So experimentation is good, and like I say, this isn't, because there's loads of stuff to cover with sort of experimenting with different things. This is a tiny little fraction of that, which is literally just that initial wanting to try something as you are becoming more maybe either more aware or more comfortable, or you're wanting to just find out where you lie on the spectrum and things like that. So I think this is like a really important part of it, that sort of experimentation. I mean, I don't know, this is just how things happen for me. Other people may have done it differently. I mean, I live in the middle of nowhere. I still live in the middle of nowhere. So there wasn't exactly people to experiment with, really. But even if there was, I probably wouldn't have done it at the time, because I was quite shy and I was still struggling, obviously, with the concept. And I think this is the other thing. If you're struggling but you want to experiment, again, that's fine. Do that. Do it in your own time. Do it in your own space. Do it, when it's good and you're safe and you feel safe to do so. But like I say, make sure, don't just like order something that's huge and expect it to work, or you expect you should just do something and it's going to be, done straight away. Yeah, no problem, because it's not going to be like that. It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. It's going to frustrate you potentially. It's going to be awkward. It's potentially going to be messy depending on what you're doing. When I first started experimenting with things and toys and things before, I you know. I had no idea what I was doing, really. It was literally trial and error. You know, I mean, yeah, there are lots more resources and things that you can use and see and watch and stuff now, so it's probably a little bit easier, but that doesn't make it any less daunting. So it's not a case of that you should just be thinking, yeah, I'll just do this or whatever, because it's not going to happen. And I think sometimes, you know, if we're looking at things online, it can be somewhat misleading, because it can just make it look like, yeah, you just climb on board, or do this, or just stick this in there, or stick this here, or do this, and it's fine, and it's like all happy and dandy and clean and tidy and neat, and woo, yeah, off we go. Not always like that. Definitely can tell you it's not always like that. But yeah, but experimentation, like I say, it is important. You've got to explore the things that you'd like. You've got to try things. You know, there's always going to be things you're going to be curious about. Always take things slowly. You know, if there are things that you can do by yourself and you can get whatever it is you need to do that, then definitely do that. If it's something that you need to do with somebody else, again, be careful who you're trusting. Make sure you're being safe. Make sure you're being aware of what's going off. Make sure you're not doing anything you're not uncomfortable with. But experimentation is great because it can help you find the things that you like, the things you don't like. It can help you open up to yourself. It can help you be more comfortable with yourself, and just know where sort of you I mean, everyone's a bit different, but you know, there are many clicks and ins and outs and everything to the gay community, and it will help you to a degree to sort of navigate those, to know the ones that you want to try and be part of, and the ones you might want to avoid, and the roles and things that you want to take. But like that early experimentation, it's you're gonna. I mean, for me anyway, certainly you are gonna want to run before you can walk, and don't do that. Definitely don't do that, because it's just not gonna work. Excuse me, sorry, I'm still getting over stuff. But so just take your time. Watch what you order. Check sizes. Sizes is so important. I cannot stress this enough. Size really, especially at this point, does matter. Generally, as a rule, size doesn't matter, but at this point, it really matters, because, wow, yeah, trust me, you don't want to get that. So yeah, these are, you know, I don't know if, I'm hoping this is making sense to you. If it's not, then please drop a comment, or if you have any comments, or you've got anything you want to share, drop a comment in the, you know, about your experimentations or first times or anything like that. Well, not first. Well, yeah. I mean, you can for first time. I'll try and do like first times video maybe next time. And yeah, we'll perhaps delve into that. I kind of want to do some more videos with like where we can have a look at stuff as well. But well, we're taking it slow, I guess. So it'll probably be a couple more like this to start with anyway. But yeah, so yeah, experimentation. It's very good. Just be mindful of what it is you're wanting to do, what it is you're wanting to do. Don't be disappointed if you don't achieve what you're hoping to achieve, because it will always teach you something anyway. You will find things that you like, you will find things you don't like, you will find things that you can do, that you can't do, that you might want to do, but you're going to have to build up to. It's fine that something doesn't work the first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, God knows how many times. It's always about trying something and building something, because it's very rarely the case that you're going to get something and just go at it straight away and it's going to be perfect. It just doesn't happen like that. But yeah, you know, and I mean, if you're nervous about something or you want to try something, and you know, there are communities and things like that, just be careful, because you will find that there are good and nice people in a lot of these communities, but there are also just pricks in some of these communities. So you just got to be careful and just kind of navigate that a little bit, and obviously yeah, just use your common sense, basically. Don't get swept away in things, and just be careful. You know, and I think most of the things that we're going to talk about, you've got to have a bit of a degree of common sense and just keep your wits about you and just watch who you are getting involved with and things like that, because there are negative aspects of, unfortunately, career society, but there are lots of really good and positive ones as well. Anyway, on that note, I hope this has kind of made sense. I know I kind of babbled on a bit. I didn't really put a structure together because I didn't really know how I was going to go about this really. So I'm hoping this has made sense. Please feel free to interact, drop a comment, subscribe, like, all that kind of jazz. Thank you for coming by, and we'll talk again next week. Thank you. Bye.
What if we run away? What if we left today? What if we said goodbye to